Today, I will be flying business class for the first time ever with Air Europa Airlines on a 9-hour and 45-minute flight from Madrid, Spain to Miami, Florida, and I'm going to share my experience with you. For this international flight, I do have sky priority all the way from check-in to security until I board the plane. I was given one baggage allowance because that is what I originally paid for before I got my upgrade. So I had to go from one kiosk desk, pay $120 for my second bag that I was checking in, and then go back to the priority desk, but my bags are checked in. When it comes to the pricing, originally I paid $490 for an economy seat for my flight over from Madrid to Miami with priority boarding. However, a couple days after I purchased this ticket, there was a bid offer for $560 at minimum to get business class. I wouldn't find out until today while I was heading to the airport that I was accepted for the offer. Then I had to pay the $120 for the baggage, bringing my total to about $1,170, which given is a little pricey, however not bad considering I paid less to go from Miami over to Paris last week with American Airlines. Here is the security check-in. I'll see you guys on the other side. There is no TSA here in the EU, which means I do not have to take off my shoes. Also, nobody judged me that I'm wearing flip-flops. I have a 10-hour flight. And just like that, in under 2 minutes, we have made it through security. The aircraft that I'll be a passenger on for this journey is one of my favorites. Actually, it's one of the only styles of airplanes that I know, a 789 Dreamliner. It went into production in 2014, and I used to fly on that specific style of plane all the time back when Norwegian Airlines was operating flights from the United States over to Europe. However, unfortunately, they are no longer offering that service. Now to go through immigration or passport control. As we make our way to the VIP lounge or the boarding gate, depending if I can get in or not, here is some potentially useful or useless information about Air Europa. It was originally launched in the year 1986, so it's a 38-year-old airline, a baby in the grand scheme of things when you compare it to airlines like American and Delta Airlines that have been around for almost 100 years at this point. It is the third largest airline in all of Spain. The first would be Iberia, the second would be Vueling. It's also part of the Sky team looped in with airlines like Air France and Delta, as well as being part of the IAG, which is the International Airlines Group, with airlines like Aer Lingus and Iberia. I'm not 100% sure if I get VIP lounge access for this flight, but I guess we'll see in a minute. Well, I got into the VIP lounge. The VIP lounge was nice, spacious, and was abundant with a lot of lounging and seating areas as well as dedicated Wi-Fi to the space. There was plenty of lunch and snack items from donuts, pasta, salad, and more, as well as plenty of complimentary juice, coffee, water, and even alcohol. There were private restrooms and showers available, a private terrace and smoking area overlooking the tarmac. The VIP lounge was a simple but nice touch to my travel experience. Well, that was a relaxing experience. Now it's time to go to my gate. We board in about 10 minutes. Almost there. And here we are. Gate A4. Whew, it does look like a full flight. However, thankfully, they did divide everything to two lines. There's the general boarding and priority. By the way, before I board this flight, I do want to take some time to thank all of you. If it wasn't for all of you watching this video, none of this would be possible. And I do hope I'm not coming off as too conceited or like a spoiled brat. As many of you know that watch me from my previous channels, I did have some very humble beginnings. And up until a couple years ago, I was a full-time Uber driver until I got to this point here. So I do hope you guys are enjoying the video. I try to give as much value as possible. And, well, we're going to keep this thing moving. It is now time to board. For this flight, I will be sitting in the very first section on the plane in seat 4K. My business class seating for this Dreamliner aircraft will be somewhat of a twin style seating. I will be sitting in the seat closest to the window. My personal bag that normally stays near my feet on economy flights would go into the overhead storage just above me. In my seat was some kind of bedding or seat cover. To my immediate left was some type of small cubby, a personal light, a universal outlet for electricity, a plug-in for the headphones, as well as a USB port. Next to that was the reason most people purchase business class seats in the first place, the reclining seat options. There are three primary but adjustable positions, from the takeoff position, relaxed position, and the one that everybody wishes that they had, the lie flat position. Under the seat controls, there's a small cubby, I guess for water bottles. There's also a PSP game console-like device. This is the remote to control the television directly in front of you. You can use this controller to control the seat lighting as well, but it's primarily going to be used to watch movies, look at the flight information, and even play video games. Over by the television display, there are additional items and even gifts. There's a personal hanger hook, complimentary headphones so you can enjoy all the video games and movies that you want, a box of water, as well as a complimentary goodie bag. Inside was a shoe bag, facial moisturizer, lotion, comb, eye shades, earplugs, and socks. On the bottom was a complimentary pillow and blanket. The bottom area was also used as a footrest as well. There's a divider in the event that you want additional privacy from the passenger next to you. There's also a pretty large tray table that can go forward, back, and even swivel to the side. Finally, for the window, since we're on a Dreamliner style aircraft, instead of the window with the shade that you would normally see, there are two buttons with multiple settings. All the way up means you have a clear view of the outside, and all the way down will basically turn the window black.
So we're just about ready to take off, but here is the cherry on top of all of this. I have an empty seat next to me. It's already good enough when you have this happen in economy. Whew, this is gonna be a great flight. I'll see all of you in Miami.
As we started preparing to take off, I was given a complimentary Wi-Fi card. However, during my flight, even with help, unfortunately, I had no luck getting the Wi-Fi to work. We were given a menu written in both English and Spanish, as well as a specialty holiday menu. Once we took off and got to cruising altitude, I went to check out the bathroom. It wasn't any different than what you would see in economy. However, it was very clean. Once I got back, I was immediately given a hot towel along with the rest of the passengers to prepare for dinner. For my starter, I had asparagus and salmon cream sauce, chips, and white wine. For dinner, I had whitefish with steamed vegetables, a salad, and bread. On the menu, both pasta and chicken were also options that you could choose from. After dinner, I was served cheese and crackers. After that, it was apple pie and coffee for dessert. Once dinner was done, I used the lie flat feature for some rest. The seating now turned bed was a little tight. I felt like I was in a coffin, but still pretty comfortable. I ended up going to sleep for about 6 hours. It definitely wasn't the most restful sleep that I've ever gotten. However, it was a heck of a lot better than economy. As soon as I woke up, I was offered more food. This would be the last meal that I'd be given, as well as a piece of chocolate as a parting gift. We landed safely into Miami International Airport right on schedule.
Pretty smooth flight. We've officially made it back to the US.
There's one bag and bag number 2. This is how you know we were in customs for a long time.
Well, I think that's going to do it for this video. All in all, I had a great experience. As far as comparing it, well, the only other airline I really can compare it to as far as an international business class flight would be American that I did just a week ago, and it was overall pretty similar as far as the service. It was great. The only difference I would say as far as the seating is that they have the twin seating on the Air Europa flight. Toward the end, the experience that does differ is the fact that with American, they gave me like an expedited ticket to get through customs quicker, whereas with Air Europa, they just got my bags to the belt quicker. However, as you could imagine, there's going to be an issue between the two, as one would probably slow down the other like it did today. Anywho, of course, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section below. I might do some more of these in the not so distant future. I actually got to skedaddle out of here. I have another flight, just 45 minutes from Miami over to Tampa, and well, I'm happy to say that I'm flying first class there again. I got a first class upgrade from economy for just $59. Can't beat that. Anyway, guys, I appreciate all of you. I love all of you, and I'll see you later. Take it easy.